Ladies and gentlemen, Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions welcomes you to yet another season of India Insight. Envisioned by Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, the founder of this institution, way back in 2004, the objective ever since has been to enhance the knowledge of India and appreciate the diverse culture of this nation. As our young children take part from various corners of the world, over the last couple of years in the digital avatar, this contest has reached over 20,000 students across 10 countries. We at the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions truly appreciate and acknowledge the support and patronage given to us by all the participating schools, their teachers and managements. Before we begin, it is our pleasure and privilege to invite a well-known educator and a passionate teacher from the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions, a teacher who has grown to become the principal of this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Vasuma Achar.
Dear viewers, heritage is legacy that transcends from one generation to another. It is not an easy endeavor to comprehend the enormous wisdom that exists manifold about a country. India Insight Quiz is one step towards bringing this wisdom to the students who are the beacons to a prosperous future. Srimati Prema Rajagopal, a great visionary and the backbone of our institution, gave great importance to values, culture, heritage, and ethics. Prema ma'am's qualities of leadership, integrity, and commitment towards education played a phenomenal role in not just imparting a means for living, but also a medium to foster critical thinking and instill values in generations to come. India Insight Quiz is a part of the dream envisaged by Prema ma'am to transform today's learners into architects of a promising future, because the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of these dreams. Good luck to all the participants. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's my privilege to introduce our host for the day. Rashmi is currently Asia's only professional lady quiz host. An alumnus of the prestigious NITK Surathkal and IIM Calcutta, she has hosted close to 1,000 shows across India, Singapore, and several countries across the Middle East. She is the only woman to have been invited to host a quiz at Kuwait for the last 5 years. She was recognized by Business World as 40 under 40 as a personality from India to reckon with. She was the winner of the Quiz Host of the Year 2022 by SMX Leadership Summit. She's been part of this quiz for many years, as she has been part of several quizzes such as Tata Crucible, the Union Bank Quiz, the Rural IT Quiz, TCS Inquisitive, just to name a few. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get started. Time to welcome your host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third semi-final of the India Insight Quiz in the junior category. India Insight as a platform is created by the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions. It is actually a dream of their founder principal, Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, and India Insight. Her dream was to ensure that the students of our country are proud of our country, proud of its heritage and its achievements. India Insight is a step closer to realizing that dream of hers, and of course, year on year, this quiz has been growing, or this entire platform has been growing. In the beginning, we used to see participation only from our country, but now we see global participation in this entire platform. And of course, it started as a quiz and then moved on to be a combination of contests like drawing, quiz, and a debate contest. And today we are getting into the third semi-final of our quiz. These students have gone through multiple levels of quizzing, ladies and gentlemen. They've gone through a prelim, they've gone through quarterfinals, and then reached the semi-final here today. I have already completed the first two semi-final, and we have identified the two finalists who have now moved into the world finale of the India Inside Quiz. And at the end of this semi-final, one of them will be the third one to occupy the spot in that world finale. So let's see what happens. Let's quickly get to know our finalists and then move into the semi-final here today. Our first finalist for the day is Ishwar, joining us from Teja Vidyalaya, Nalgonda. Following Ishwar there is Ritesh. He's representing the Vidyaniketan Public School from Bangalore. We have another student from the same school representing Vidyaniketan Public School, Bangalore. Again is Keshav. And from the historic city of Varanasi, representing the Sunbeam School, Lahartara, is Shubhan. They're good quizzers. If you haven't watched the quarterfinals and you don't know their journey, you must go back and see how good they were in the quarterfinal. But as you get closer to the world finale, it gets a little tougher. It's not going to be as easy as a quarterfinal. So let's get started with the semi-final here today, ladies and gentlemen. The first round of the India Inside semi-final is India at a glance. Here we go. I have 4 rounds for them here today. In the first round, there will be images coming up on your screen, and along with the images, corresponding questions from me. The scoring pattern is plus 50 if they get it right, minus 50 if they get it wrong. The most important part, unlike the quarter-final, in the semi-final, they have to win it to move into the world finale of the quiz. In the quarterfinal, the top 4 scorers had moved on into the semi-final, but from here on, it's only the winner who will move into the world finale. So the world finale is more like a Champions League that happens. So you have to be a winner to get into that league. All right, 5 questions in this round. If you press the buzzer while I'm still reading out the question, you're letting me know that you know the answer, and I will stop reading the question. Also remember, you can't take too long to unmute yourself and give me the answer. You will take a negative if you do that, okay? So please be very careful. The first question of the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on your screen. Here we go. This is a drawing of what in India? Shubhan, go ahead.
This is the drawing of the Central Vista, the new parliament.
The new parliament, absolutely right. Getting a plus 50 on that is Shubhan. The drawing of the Central Vista. Okay, let's move on. Question number 2, coming up on your screen. Identify this kid. No longer a kid, but identify, think sports. Think sports, think cricket. Oh, no, oh, Shubhan, go ahead. I just was about to say time is up. Go ahead.
I'll take a guess. Is this Shubman Gill?
Shubman Gill is absolutely right. Getting another plus 50 is Shubhan on this. All right, he's doing well. Let's move on to question number 3, coming up on your screen now. This animal is the mascot of the 54th Infantry Division of the Indian Army, which is also called the Dash Division. All you need to tell me is the name of this animal. Shubhan, go ahead.
I'm confident, and this is bison.
Bison or gore as we know it better, plus 50 on that. It's actually called the bison division. That's why I gave a fill in the blank in between. It would have been like giving away the answer. Plus 50 on that to Shubhan. Let's move on. Question number 4. Which great museum in our country is this? Go ahead, Ishwar on the buzzer.
Salajang Museum.
He had to get this right. I would have been disappointed if Ishwar did not get this answer right. Plus 50 on that. The magnificent Salarjung Museum giving Ishwar his plus 50. Alright, moving on. Question number 5 coming up on your screen. Identify this famous Indian. Keshav, go ahead.
Neeraj Chopra.
Neeraj Chopra, absolutely right. Making our country proud again and again is Neeraj Chopra and giving Keshav his plus 50. Alright, we've completed the first round of the semi-final. Let's take a quick look at the score before we move into the next round. The scores, they have been doing well. Ritesh is yet to score, but we have Ishwar and Keshav both on 50 points. Shubhan is doing well. He got 3 answers right, so he's on 150. Although Ritesh is on nil, it's still a good place to be. He only has to move into the positive. And it's only the first round of the quiz. There are 3 more rounds to go. So let's see what happens as we progress into the semi-final. Moving on to the second round, Incredible India. Here we go. The format, the scoring pattern and the rules remain the same as the first round. No changes at all, okay? Alright, we will neutralize the buzzers and we will start with the first question of this round coming up on your screen. Identify this famous Indian. Oh. Go ahead, Shubhan is trying, go ahead.
Is this Devanand?
Devanand is absolutely right, plus 50. Okay, let's move on to the next one. From Devanand, identify this Indian. Ishwar, go ahead.
Vikram Sarabhai.
Vikram Sarabhai is absolutely right. Ishwar getting a plus 50 on that. Alright, both these famous personalities being identified here today. So let's move on to the third question of this round. Identify this famous dance form. Shubhan, go ahead.
This is Ghumar.
Ghumar is absolutely right. The song is also called Ghumar in this movie, but the dance form is Ghumar. Shubhan getting that right and getting his 50 points. So let's move on to the next question. Coming up on your screen, which tournament in football is this? I need the name of the tournament. Shubhan, go ahead.
This is the Durand Cup. And the Santosh Trophy.
Plus 50. Plus 50 on that. He's getting another 50. One of the national football competitions or tournaments of our country. And I think it's already 75 years in. It's going on for 75 years. Don't hold me on that, but my memory says 75 years. So it's a very old tournament that has been going on. So let's move on to the final question of this round. Identify this structure. Ritesh, go ahead.
Ma'am, is this Gwalior Fort?
Oh, Gwalior Fort, giving him a minus 50. Ritesh, Ishwar, I saw you trying to press that buzzer, but Ritesh pressed the buzzer before you did. You can try Ishwar, but no points. Go ahead.
Golconda Fort.
Golconda Fort is right. If you had pressed the buzzer before Ritesh, you would have got a plus 50. This is the Golconda Fort from Hyderabad. Alright, halfway through into the semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick look at the score. Okay, Shubhan is on 300 points, Ishwar on 100 points, Keshav on 50, and Ritesh just took a negative. So Ritesh is going to have to work a little harder to move into a positive score. Let's see what happens. I would still say it's too soon to comment on who's going to win. I have seen tables turning even in the last round of a quiz, so anything can happen. Let's move on to the third round, India in a word. Here we go. You will have images and the question from me. But along with the images, you will have blocks that will appear on your screen. These blocks indicate the number of letters in the answer. Okay? So don't get carried away just by looking at the visual there, the image on your screen. Just for once, take a look at the blocks that are given on your screen and then give me the answer. The scoring pattern and the remaining rules are the same, no changes in that front. All right, so 5 questions in this round. The first one, who is this famous actress? I'm sure our viewers at home are probably wondering why I'm asking a question like this. Shubhan, go ahead.
Ma'am, is this Madhubala?
Madhubala, absolutely right. The graceful and beautiful Madhubala giving Shubhan the plus 50. Let's move on. Question number 2 coming up on your screen. Identify this person. Famous Ishwar, go ahead. Ishwar is on the buzzer.
Nambi Narayana.
He says Nambi Narayana. He stopped me while I was still continuing to give a clue. My clue was he was a famous cartoonist of our country. Getting a minus 50 on that is Ishwar. The right answer that I was looking for is R.K. Lakshman. Ishwar, you have to take a look at the boxes that are given under the image. Nambi Narayana does not fit in those boxes. So that's why I told you all in the very beginning that please take a look at the number of boxes that have been given and don't simply get carried away by the images. All right, 3 more questions in this round. The third one coming up on your screen. Here we go. In which state? Ritesh, go ahead.
Ma'am, this is in Karnataka state.
Karnataka giving him plus 50. I think he pressed the buzzer at the right time, otherwise he would have got it wrong. He's smiling like he knows what happened. Getting a plus 50 on that, Karnataka is what I was looking for. And with that, he negates that minus 50 that he had, which is good. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 4 in this round. Here we go. In which town is this famous temple found? Think South India. I know there are many famous temples in southern India. All right, time is up. No one answering on this. Shubhan, I said time is up. You can try though. No points. You can try.
Madurai, because it fits into the crossword.
Absolutely. Madurai was absolutely right. This is the Meenakshi temple in Madurai. All right. But because he did not press the buzzer on time, he will not get his 50 on that one. The final question of this round coming up on your screen. Here we go. From where is Pandit Nehru addressing Ishwar? Go ahead.
Red Fort.
Red Fort is absolutely right. Ishwar getting plus 50 on that one. Well, this time he did not forget to count the number of blocks, which is why he gets that 50 points. He's smiling. All right, we're done with this round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the score. 1 round remaining. Okay. Shubhan is on 350. Ishwar gained and lost, or rather lost and gained. So he's back on 100 points. Ritesh has ensured that he's gotten rid of that minus 50. So he's on nil. And Keshav on 50 points. Let's move on to the last round of the semi-final. India inspired. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the 3rd semi-final of the India Insight Quiz for the junior category, a platform created by the Vidyaniketan group of institutions. And this is the 3rd semi-final. We are getting very close to identifying who is the winner that will make it into the world finale of this quiz. The last round, nothing appearing on your screen. You have to listen to what I have to say. All your questions would be from me. So I'm the only one who can give you any clues. So remember that when you decide to press the buzzer. Okay? Rest of the rules are all the same. Plus 50, minus 50, single attempt. None of those rules change. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. The first question of this round. Here we go. Who is the first Indian bowler to take a hat trick in the first over of a test match? First Indian bowler to take a hat trick in the first over of a test match. No one trying. The time is up. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer I was looking for is Irfan Pathan. Irfan Pathan is the right one. Let's move on to the second question. Here we go. Which of these passes through Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal? Shubhan, go ahead. He did not need options.
Is it the Tropic of Cancer?
Completing the question, I said West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. My options were Tropic of Cancer or Equator. Absolutely right, Shubhan getting another plus 50. Tropic of Cancer is what I was looking for. So Tropic of Cancer passes through all of these states that I just mentioned, and Shubhan will get his plus 50. The third question, here we go. According to legend, which city is the birthplace or the hometown of Gandhari? Or give me the name of the country. Let me put it that way. Name of a country. All right, time is up. No one giving me an answer on this one. Part of the Indian epics, but Gandhari according to the legend, it is said that she was from her hometown, which is called Kandahar, and that particular place is today in Afghanistan. Okay, that is how it is. Last two questions of the semi-final, the penultimate one, here we go. Which of these is not a recipient of the Bharat Ratna? Lata Mangeshkar, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, or Varghese Kurian? Keshav is trying. Go ahead, Keshav.
Varghese Kurian is not a recipient.
Plus 50. Absolutely right. Varghese Kurian from Amul is not the one who has received, who has not received Bharat Ratna. Getting a plus 50 on that is Keshav. The last question of the semi-final. Here we go. Tito, Tango, and Goa are all the pet dogs of which business tycoon and animal lover from India? Very, very famous name. All of you know the name. That is how famous this person is. He loves the dog so much that he has created a kennel in their head office in Mumbai. All right, no one going on this one. It's actually very endearing to go see that kennel there. The answer that I was looking for is none other than Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata is what I was looking for. He loves his dogs, and the kennel that he's created is for the street dogs around their head office in Mumbai. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the semi-final of the India Inside quiz for the junior category. Let's take a look at the final tally. All right. Ishwar on 100 points, Keshav on 100 points. If it were any other quiz, it was a possibility that they were at least closer to winning or probably being tied up to winning the title. But here today, with 400 points, Shubhan Singh from Sunbeam School, Lahar Tara, Varanasi wins the semi-final and makes through or goes through into the world finale of the India Inside quiz in the junior category. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have identified the third finalist of our world finale. You don't go anywhere. I have one last semi-final remaining. Join me in the next one, and then we would know who is the last finalist who will be joining all of them in that world finale. I hope to see you in the last one. You take care.